How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end.
Sejam bem-vindos ao canal Giovanegeek. Muito obrigado por estarem participando da live. O som tá meio assim por causa do calor aqui no Rio Grande do Sul, tá bem quente aqui, né? Lembrando que hoje é dia das bruxas, tá? Então, feliz dia das bruxas. Tô trazendo esse Biomutante aí. Falaram mal do jogo, mas ele tá aí, né? Então, vamos embora.
Welcome to Biomutant. Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Commando. Psyphreak. Saboteur. Sentinel. Psyphreak. Commander. Deadeye. Commando. Psyphreak. Psyphreak chosen. Sounds good. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice, a reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you, your inner voice to be precise, an echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Can't believe you'd choose that thing over me. But I'll be here waiting for you when you have a change of heart.
Eu me lembro quando eu joguei TO de República, a primeira coisa que foi ir pro lado do lado negro da força, né? E depois eu virei o jogo também pela luz, tá?
That thing? I'm right here. Let me remind you, we're two halves of the same. With the difference being I'm the better half.
Better half. My way is both better and brighter. Light me.
The best end is the one you decide you're...
guess left can be right sometimes. Stories of death and the bodies left behind, a reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
Primeiras impressões do jogo foi legal, tá? Foi legal, foi bem legal, cara.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die.
Lembrando que eu tô jogando, né, com a placa de captura, é baratinha, né, no caso, em comparação com outras placas de captura, tá? Então não espere muitas imagens espetaculares, né? Mas dá pra jogar, tá? Fica bonito, cara, na live.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. curtain. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks travelled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Locked up tight? Need a key. The right key could open this. Needs a key. Looks good. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. Not opening for you. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. Better than nothing. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why.
Loma utulu ba yowo.
He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up.
Maotoliawahu.
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed.
Tuloya utolula.
There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true.
Ko bubuye buy.
The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad.
Mopu far kobi.
The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past.
Mopu far kobi.
There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end.
Palu putulua.
He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have.
The water.
It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land.
Honto kontue pon yevun goja.
Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree. Asks if you are tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding. You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. He has the feeling the fate of the world depends on it. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy. You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree. Now that you've seen the nonno's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Mooma will be able to protect us. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Mooma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree of life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the world... Records tell of the ruinous devastation the Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land. The apocalypse sparked a re-evolution, the second coming, and our lineage. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the tree of life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the world eaters.
Bom, esse jogo ele estava liberado para jogar no final de semana na Gold, tá? Gostei do inicinho do jogo. Eles falaram que o jogo era meio repetitivo, né? Não sei porque eu não vou jogar todo ele, né?
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Let's see. Must be the world eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down.
Eu gostei da entrada do monstro ali, cara. É bem diferente assim, sabe? Gostei. Eu sempre faço isso, cara, tentar andar na água, né? Eu sou... Será que tem alguma coisa atrás? Os pelos ficam molhados. Ó, não tô falando. Quem joga videogame sabe, cara. O cara faz, não adianta. Bom, gente, ele morre na água, tá? Ele morre, então tem que ser rápido ali pra ir fazer as coisas, tá?
Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the world eaters to other enclaves, but never expect... He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him... Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's...
É legal essa interação entre a luz e a escuridão. Gosto disso nos jogos.
There's out of date again. He must have missed something important.
Kim hobe bekoko hifar mo.
Out of...
For bagwa papa mo.
The-
Mauya.
Regardless of who you choose, it won't... The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Tolovoya lo yankotuvon ko kumvunkono to hwae.
Out of date will... Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's a bridge. Just get over it. Knuckle sandwich. feeling buff? They've restrewed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. The Sifu is mindful of his time, but thinks you'll just have to find out for yourself if he's willing to spend some of it.
Zata is de muito tloho. Kariesne statse. Paro, ya put in
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes.
Naoko onis poloknost.
He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu.
Yeti rikli.
The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you.
Naoko onis poloknost.
The wall that separates them from the other side.
Zenakas pripad snatste.
There's something about your spirit that
Iglezed.
Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original ones. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it was based on unarmed combat and the six.
Inatufo.
Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent. Says there is some darkness in the best of us, even you, and suggests you embrace that side of you and help them vanquish the tribes and let the world eaters destroy.
Nibira.
He had a feeling you'd say that. You're not sinister enough to be a Jagni. That big heart. He'll give you a chance to change your mind before you leave and asks you to reconsider. Otherwise, you'll be seen as a rival.
Zata.
Then so be it. He wants you to know that they'll show no mercy at the end of this war and offers you a last chance.
Zivot.
And with that, he urges you to seek protection at Myriad Stone Fort before word gets out that you've chosen not to side.
Zivot.
It was built on the back of many, including us.
Zanarach.
It's time to say goodbye for now. And if it's not the kind of goodbye that lasts...
Bom, o jogo tu faz as missões e tipo, ali as escolhas te dá o final do jogo, né? Então é importante isso aí, bem legal, tá? A imagem do jogo tá detalhada, tá bonita, tá? E lembrando que tá grátis, né? Tá grátis, né? quiser. Mas acaba hoje, tá, gente?
It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone.
Pessoal, eu vou terminando por aqui a live de hoje, tá? Domingo, amanhã já sabe, né? Vamos começar de novo. Só tenho a agradecer a quem participou da live aí, quem dá a força, tá? Eu vou terminando por aqui, agradeço e ótima semana a todos. O jogo é bom, pode jogar ele tranquilo, tá? Tem enredo ali, né? Tem as escolhas para fazer, né? E não vai atrás do que os outros falam, tá? Pega e joga. Então tu pode ter direito de falar do jogo, tá bom? Então tá. Fiquem com Deus e tudo de bom. E ótima semana. Tchau, tchau.